And we are back. Yay, Monday. It is Monday, right? I think it's Monday. I'm pretty sure it's Monday. Yeah, so today I was just kind of going through... Why is that on the screen? Stop that. I was going through my code and I figured out a bunch of things that I need to redo. What the hell is this for? That is the correct docs. Yep. So yeah, this is more or less what I'm trying to figure out today. Oh god, spelling errors. There we go. There is a lot of things that I need to work on to keep the project going. Also, happy Halloween, everybody, even though that's in, what, like 2 days? Yeah, I think today I'm just going to start working on probably proper cell separation for data, which is what I was going for with this, and then I can actually start getting, like, find nearest. Actually, maybe getting find nearest sorted first is a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the find nearest thing. Yeah, I'm going to be working in GD's editor today. I just could not, for the life of me, feel like setting up Rider. Even though it is relatively simple of just, doing this. There's some things in Rider that I need to figure out to get it to feel more comfortable. I don't like how my editor is laid out at the moment, and there is a hat in the way. There we go. It's so cold today. England is cold. Then again, it's starting to get to that point. Rider? Rider is taking its sweet time. Okay. Well, for now, so we have this functionality in here for spawning world objects. So what I'm thinking about doing here is actually keeping this functionality pretty much the same for spawning specific world objects, i.e. trees, bushes, things like that. And then probably get an item, like an actual item manager thing to handle like resources that drop, i.e. I don't know. This is where it's a bit awkward. This is where it's a bit awkward. One, I know I'm going to need a item manager in general. That's probably going to be a good idea because that's going to help with the pathfinding and the getting of objects. So what I can do here is start storing things inside of arrays, probably. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just var, do I want a dictionary for this or do I want an array? We'll just... Oh wait, I don't even need to do that, do I? No, I can just do this at the end, do it near, we'll do it here. Get tree. So what I want to do is more or less just add this to group. Wait, no, I don't need to do get tree, do I? I can just grab the new object, dot, add to group, and then I can just add to group the string name. Can I just do, is name going to be the same thing as name of? I think so. New object dot name, gd dot print, no. I started typing in C# again. New object dot name. I will probably end up be putting this back into C# as well. It's, I don't know. I think I just prefer C# as a language. Let's see. Ooh, that's what I was expecting. Okay, so with that being said, let's figure out a way of doing this better. How about I just grab the base world object dot object resource? Resource? What did I set this up for? Dot. Oh god. Look away for 2 days and then this happens. Object data, there we go. Dot object data. Why am I doing it like that? That needs to be new underscore object dot object data dot class type dot name. Nope. So instead we can just see if I can do string conversion maybe. whilst I do this in a very, very obnoxious way. Okay, let's also print this to see what it returns. It should return tree. Terrain object and terrain food object. Okay, so that's literally just doing the whole thing. So that means I'm going to need to actually give this a proper access. And now, one thing that I'm not doing correctly here is I'm not actually grabbing the, like, I'm not storing what this actually is, am I? That's terrain. That's terrain. Base world object. No, I'm not. I'm just setting it through the enum, and that's it. So let's do this. Let's go at export. Wait, can I just do just change this to tile types, resource type is class type? That's... Wait, now I'm confused. I am doing this? When did I implement this? Oh yeah, look at that. I am actually doing that. Wow. That still doesn't help me though, because these are just terrain objects and food objects. I'm going to want like an actual item type as well as... Let's do it this way. Let's go and do a new enum for object underscore type. This is something that's going to very, very, very definitely get reworked eventually. That's already going to be wrong. Annoying. So let's think about this in a smart way. This is basically going to, if I set these as groups, this is going to more or less contain every terrain object and every food object. Then it's going to need to decipher what a tree object actually is to do something. This might be a better idea to set up with just food objects. Let's do... What? Oh, wait. Let's try this. I'm going to throw them in a group of 0 because that's what that's going to return as. That's annoying. Can't just do .name, can I? No, of course not. Okay, let's do this dumb way. Hey, Anos, how you doing? I hope you are doing well. I am currently doing well. I'm very cold. English weather. Hey, that actually worked. Very nice. Friend. Okay, so with all of the trees grouped, I'm also going to need to probably just do another const for food underscore group. This is stuff that definitely needs to get refactored in the future. Hell yeah. Wait, will this be in charge of handling? No, this will be bushes and things, won't it? Yeah. Notes, notes, notes. These are my notes. Based on the mouse doesn't. Or that doesn't happen. There's no point in that happening. In reference to don't. Calculating neighbors is still going to be a good idea. That's still besides the point. Okay, let's do something dumb. Yeah, let's do something dumb. Since that's handling world objects, let's just do func spawn. Spawn food note, spawn. Today I'm very much in the just keep going, just get things done kind of deal. So let's just pass through a spawn underscore position, which is going to be a vector 2i. And do I want to pass through the resource? Probably a good idea to just pass through the resource. Wait. This is where I need to sit here and actually go, okay, what do I actually want this to do? I want to be able to spawn a random food item object that will just get placed randomly on the map, randomly not being a thing at the moment. So just spawn item, get it placed in group, and then have a ability to get that item or get reference to that item so I can get its location, and then I can move the character to it at a button press or after a timer. Now, the current functionality for spawn world object is literally just there to iterate through a massive dictionary of cells and spawn in trees, eventually bushes and things like that. This needs to get refactored to handle multiple different types of objects to spawn, and not just one, which means it's going to need to go through the cell data resource to figure out what types of things it can spawn. Which includes like trees, bushes, rocks, etc. So that means I do need a separate functionality for just spawning resource items like food, guns, armor, things like that. Now that this is specifically for terrain objects as well, so I could actually go and change this or go and just rework this into a normal object manager. Yes. And now let's just get the basic code handled. So that's going to be, yeah, spawn item. This is very much a do what I say, not what I do kind of deal. I would not recommend handling it this way yet. So that's going to need the item underscore resource. That'll do for now, and then it's just creating the new item Yeah. Then it's just creating the new item. Pretty much what I'm doing here, where it's going to be all type base world object. Set that equal to the world object dot instantiate new object dot object data is equal to the item resource. For now I could just do add child and just add it to whatever, add child dot how do you make your code more readable if a project grows too much? I forget about the old code. Then I have to rewrite it. Readability. So this is a file structure thing for me, where it's just like, I will forget about a lot of my code until I need to just come back and go through it, right? Better idea or best option is to always add comments to your code. So just comment everything, comment every function, so you always know what every function will do. For prototypes, I just forego commenting because it just eats too much into the time. But for actual large projects, yeah, just comments. Comments everywhere. Sounds annoying, but is very, very, very useful. How am I handling this? Right here, with just the dot position equal to the spawn position. Yeah, mostly just comments and actually keeping track of things. One of the things I love about working with C# is namespaces, and there's just a lot of other ways of keeping track of your code base and kind of figuring out what things do. But yes, comments. Actually, if you want to go one step further with that, you can do a graph in Obsidian where you basically hook up each script. You write the name of each script and you say what it links into, and then you can have a link for the actual script itself, and it goes through and explains what you need it to do. That's a lot of work, though. That's what I will end up doing with a larger project. That way I can just open it, see a lot of spaghetti, click on each individual thing, and figure out what it's doing, figure out what it links to. Let's do this real quick. Export var. So now what this should do, if I'm smart about this, is this should spawn a tree in a random location. Well, this should spawn, yeah, it did. There we go, grand. So it did spawn a tree. Wait, what? We're going to want to use something that's not a tree. So let's go and create a new resource for now. Quick load. We'll make it a bush. Why not? Give it a 1 and make a food resource. That should do for now. Yes. Okay, so that should be placing it up here somewhere. Right. That's very awkward. Is that even being placed? That's a good point. Let's check that. Right, I forgot. That's how I'm handling tree spawning. What is the story slash theme of the project? Like in most survival colony simulator games, you are stranded somewhere and try to escape. Yeah, I was actually going through a lot last night and trying to figure out what I actually want the story of this game to be. And then I realized something. I have no idea. So I started writing one out. And I more or less just came up with a instead of you trying to escape, your colonists are basically put on the planet to terraform it and start more or less removing the existing wildlife and existing inhabitants. So it's mostly going to be you build up a colony that's more or less like a war base, and then you go on little expeditions and you start clearing out the world piece by piece. Eventually, you'll have the ability to clear the entire planet. After that, you will basically go into more of a spacey thing where you will have a massive command ship that you can then fly to another planet and you can drop another colony down and then just rinse and repeat. But scope wise, that is massive and will take a lot of time. So for now, colony survival. That's what's happening for now. Now that's working. It's getting overwritten though, or it's getting moved. Out of a dumb curiosity, can I make the new object dot top level? Let's try that. Did that immediately break everything? It did nothing. Right. I think that's being overwritten. Or it is being placed and it's just not. Ooh, why would that be happening? Why would that be happening? I know why that's happening. That's me being a bit dumb. Okay, so why that's happening is because I'm actually clearing out every single object on generation. So if I click generation, it removes the object, which means I need to go to my terrain generator and just kind of throw this in here, right here. So terrain object manager dot spawn item, and then I can pass through this, and then I can go terrain object manager dot res, and that should work. Something doesn't have an opening counterpart. There we go. Yeah. Bang. Now that should. For my bush, there's my bush. Grand. Oh, we now have a bush. Very bad bush, but we have a bush. So what I should be able to do real quick is do 3 of them. Let's do 16, 12, and I don't know, 150. One, 2, and 3. Grand. So we now have just 3 random berry bushes. Nice. Oh yeah, I did mess with the pathfinding a little bit as well. Now they actually try to avoid, you know, forest tiles and things like that because they just slow them down a little bit. And they'll try to avoid mountains as much as possible so they won't actually pathfind through mountains, which is nice. Okay, now let's make sure that that is getting added to a group. We'll just go const food group because that's what this is supposed to be. And now this definitely needs to get removed from this script, but I will handle that at some other point. God, I need to like add some music or something to the stream, so it's like just so it's not dead quiet. I feel a bit insane just consistently hearing only my own voice. Okay. So now how I want to handle this will be, let's close this, and this, and go to the colonist and the script for it. Right. Project settings, input. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Test underscore find underscore food. That's my joystick. Woo. There we go. So if this happens, what I want to do is do path array.clear. And now I need to more or less. Oh wait, I know how I was handling this before. I was oh god, I had a way of handling this and I forgot. Signaling. I think I was handling this through signaling in the past. So get path to position is the movement component. That's normal. I just need to pass through the object position, which means the colonist needs to grab access to the nearest item. Now that means ooh, but if you do that, then it's going to have access to that. And oh wait, no, even better. I know what to do. I can go, since this is all grouping now. This is a really rough implementation. For I in I'm going to need to do a positional check for this, ain't I? Yeah, so I'm going to need to handle this. Do you know what? Let's do the simple thing. Let's do the simple smart thing. Let's go to Rider. Oh no, wait. Wait. Even better idea. This one. Give me 1 second. I need to go down into what was handling this. This was just like the wow, I forgot how organized this project was. That should open up VS Code. Oh, let's open up Rider, that's fine. Do that. Rider's being unhappy. This is why having like a little script repository is actually a really good idea, which I always forget to just add. I opened up the full project. That's actually really good. Hell yeah. So let's move to position. That's get path to position. That's setting the array. That's all normal things. Scenes, entity, colonist.cs. So movement component to path position. That's normal, and get closest item is what I'm doing, and it's emitting a food group. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I can do that. Let's do it like that. Do this the lazy way. And it's going to need a... I'll just call it group or string. Yep, that should work. Wait, why am I doing that? Jesus. Now what that should do is more or less do the same thing, which means, how was I going about this? It means I was actually emitting the signal from the colonist here. Yeah, I was emitting the signal from the colonist here, not in per event. Event bar start, emit, the closest item, pass through the movement component as a reference, and the group will be food. I need to make sure I've named that correctly in here. This is why this is a bad thing to do. Okay. So that needs to go to this for now. That's a baseball object. No, stop that. This is going to need the movement underscore component as a reference. And that's the data resource. The food group. So that's going to be a string. No, that's going to be a group for string. Okay, I need to slow down. Jeez, there we go. And now what I should be able to do is the actual calling, right? Yeah. That's... which one's this one? That's this one. Okay, so did I close out right? I did not. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bonk. Hey, wait, what? Oh, that's why I'm doing that wrong. There we go. That goes to there. And then that goes into my managers, my item manager. This is how I actually need to rework this correctly. So I'm just doing a switch statement with a spawning of items. I like the way I actually did this. And that is the get closest item script. And I need to just, yeah, and okay. Line that up. And get back to the main project. Wait, why am I doing that? A lot of questions about my old code on a different project that I'm very confused about. Oh, that's why I'm doing that. Okay, so var item underscore group, which is an array of, it's either going to be node or node2d. I think it should just be node. Set that equal to empty array. Now we do a match, and we want to match the group. And this needs to be the food group. And then I just set the item group to be get tree. Get first node in group. No, get nodes in group. There we go. And then pass through the food group. Yep. We'll ignore default cases right away. What's that? Had found that. Oh, that's because I'm doing that in the C# way and not in the go way. Right. If the item group dot count, no, we want okay. That needs to be a flow, and we set that equal to just dumb things. Wait, can I? No, you can't just do, yeah, we'll do this. And then, now I just need to do my for loop, so I need to go for item in item group. Distance for the current item, so I'll just distance for underscore current float. Oh no, that's the distance for the player, yeah. Equal to the movement component dot. I'll just do global position for now. Wait, dot get. Do I have a parent thing for this? Get parent position, there we go. And then I can do dot distance 2 and pass through the item dot position. Yes. Yes. Hey, welcome back. The closest item is equal to null. I want to set the closest item equal to item, and then I want to set the closest distance equal to distance. Yeah. Now after that, if the distance, oh wait, no, wait, no, but do a continue there, there we go. Make sure to continue the loop. If distance is less than the closest distance, then I can just do current closest item is equal to item and current distance. Hey Art, how you doing? Wait, what? Oh, that's why I'm doing that wrong. Chat, hello. You gotta be good. They like and subscribe. Oh, yeah, that is probably a thing that I should do, huh? I completely forget to do that. Makes it easy to work into. Yeah, that's true. How long have you been working on this project? This specific project I've been working on now for about 2 weeks. Give or take, I've rewritten it way too many times. That. And then that just needs to be divided by the terrain utils size. No, let's find out. Let's see if this works. Did I actually call that? I did. Okay. Oh, well, that's gonna be annoying. Global groups is an excellent way to track elements in a scene, or better yet, globally. Yeah, 100%. They really are nice. You chose to use groups. I did, yeah. I'm choosing to just use very, very hard-coded groups at the moment. I want to do something a bit different with them in the future. What I would usually do in C# is just use name of and create the group based off of the actual node name, and not what is currently being happened, which is word today. This pane. This needs to change. Yes, constants and things, that's all great. It's just the location of them, not having more global access to saying, I guess that actually doesn't need to be a thing, does it? This is actually okay. But this script in itself actually needs to be reworked a bit. What was I doing? I now completely forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, that was a thing that I forgot to do. I forgot to actually turn off the generate button, which I'm gonna need to do. How am I managing that? That is being managed through the terrain generator, isn't it? For now, yes. I love prototyping. It is the most effective way of doing something. What was I saying? It's Monday, okay? My brain ain't working. My brain ain't working anymore. It has stopped. So where am I doing the button thing? Here. Yeah, generate map, done. Okay, so let's just button dot disabled equals true. Button dot visible equals false, and then just reverse those on reset. Oh wait, I don't need to do that. Never mind. I just finished numbers in my odd. I decided to take a break. Hey, very nice, very nice. Oh, hey, there we go. So, okay, so that's doing the same thing. Art, good thing to say actually. Yeah, so this is the issue that we ran into last time. I think you were helping me with this, where it just wasn't getting the correct positioning, and it's still not doing it. I did end up fixing it, and I don't really remember how. What ended up happening, if memory serves, was if I go back to this. This is 0. No, sorry. Where is it? This is 0. Where is it? But this. This is 0. The actual global position of the movement component should be technically 0. I forgot to press the button. Nice line, good job, thank you. There you go. Oh, it's not 0, then why? What? Wait a second. I'm doing this wrong. Oh, I love it. No, that's being handled the same way. This is annoying, because this works in that script, and now it doesn't work here, and there was a reason for that. I'm pretty sure that's the reason. Now, good question here is, that's returning the global position correctly. Never mind. Right. What? How have I managed to mess this up? This is a genuinely good question. It's all the same. It's returning the first item in the array, not the closest item. Why? Is that why? Well, that needs to happen anyway. That's going to break immediately because that returns. That's why I was doing that. Okay, and then I was actually casting it here. Ah. Okay, so at least now I know why that's a thing. That should be a float. Is why stags? Yeah, no, I agree with you there. And to ignore that error in the debugger. Path is clearing every time, I know that. And there's some people who don't do it because the language could work without it. Just because it can work without something does not mean it should. Like, static typing became my new favorite thing. There we go. Yeah, static typing became my new favorite thing. And now, yeah, I just try to apply it everywhere I can. Although I'm really messing this up and I don't know how. Did I go back and rework? See, this is where, I think I said this to you before, like I'm somebody that ends up just randomly programming at like 4 o'clock in the morning. This is where I've rewritten something and not realized. Right now, I'm more or less just trying to re-implement the get closest item functionality, so it'll just run to the closest item under a certain group. And I have the script next to me of how it should be working. Yeah, regret coding. Yeah, 100% regret coding. I regret doing that at that time. That is correct. That is correct. Right? That is correct, right? Wait a second. Given component that. Yeah, that's correct. Wait, why am I doing that? How am I handling salsa? What? Now I'm very confused. Break everything, please? Or don't break everything? That works too, I suppose? Technically, that should make no difference. Okay. What is behavior it is doing? That is the problem. Well, right now, it's... Okay, so when we worked on this last week, I think it was last week, we had the same issue where it was always going to one specific item that was closest to the 0.0, 00 coordinate, and not actually the closest item to the character. Now, that should technically not be happening because it should be going through or going and getting the distance based off of. Ooh, eyes are blurry. It should be getting the distance based off of the character's position, which is what this is here. In the past, what was going wrong was it just wasn't returning a position, it was always returning a 00 coordinate, so I ended up changing it. Now it is returning a 00, or not returning a 00 position, so it's returning the actual coordinate, and I'm very confused. Script's the same. I love that when the script's the same and it works a bit differently, because that means I've done something wrong somewhere else. That's all normal. Resetting the path every time. I'm... What? So first you had an item manager that. Items entering the world are subscribing to, correct. Yeah, more or less. Every item that is under this specific group. So in this case, I'm just kind of tacking this all together at the moment. Yeah, right here. This is getting thrown into a specific group that I'm tracking. Yeah, pretty much. Which is what this is doing here, where it's like, first it's finding the group, this one. I know there is more than one item in that group. Then I'm checking the length, make sure it is actually correct. If it's not, return, okay, grand. Then we're just setting the variables up for the item and the distance, and we're looping through each item in the item group. Yeah, we're just make sure we're doing that, getting the actual distance to the position that we want to get, and then we're looping through and just checking and making sure it's working, and that should function. That's what this is here. Unless you want to see the C# variant, which is here. The C# variant, there you go. This is the other project that I was working on. You want to see the GDScript one? Okay. There you go. That's what line 47 to 73 is supposed to be doing. Script's the exact same. Which is going to be the death of me saying that, because it's probably something very, very simple that's wrong. No, that's normal. Line 58 could be flow infinite. It could be, but Godot can't do that. GDScript can't do that. Pori, I was originally working with this in C#, and I'm converting it all back to GDScript. So this is something that I tried to figure out a while ago. There is no actual infinite like preset variables for floats and like ints in Godot like GDScript. You check it. Just try inf. Sure. Oh my. I went through the docs, right? I went through the docs. Oh god, I'm blind. Sure. Next. Level buff. It is. Pain. What is the get parent about? Right. Why am I doing that? What is that doing? Where am I doing what? Says get path to position, get parent position. Oh, so right now the movement component is a resource. And it's just getting the, here, I'll just show you. Right here, it's literally just getting the parent's position and returning it. Why am I doing that? Don't know, I thought it would be a fun thing to do. And this is the parent, which gets set through the ready function on the colonist. I'm kind of just doing a lot of messing around with really dumb ways of doing things. But that's still returning the correct location. Yeah, I mean, like, one thing I know I could do here is I could just, in this, just set it up so it just grabs the parent immediately, but that still doesn't solve the fact that this is not returning correctly. Wait, why am I... Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Give me 1 second. That works, that goes to... Oh, I know why I'm doing that. Yeah, never mind. Downside to some spaghetti here. Woo. I am distance to movement component. You want me to do that here? Sure. Ah, it won't actually work, will it? Because... Oh, that's annoying. Because item group is set to an array of node 2Ds, and you can't just preset it to a list of node 2Ds. That way you need to returning things. Here's what's going to happen real quick. I'm going to take a 2-minute break because the first hour has passed and I need to grab some coffee. And then we'll fix this. That is my version of taking a quick shower and just resetting my brain. Yeah, give me 2 minutes. Minimize, close. There we go. The for loop. I could, yeah. Yeah, just give me 2 minutes. Okay, coffee acquired. Right, let's get back to this. You were saying do this. Distance to... That is still not doing it. Ah, interesting. I wonder. Ooh. I wonder. Will that actually still do the thing that I wanted to do? That's still going to need the parent position either way. Nope. They are always cast as nodes. There you go. Get node in groups. This will always return a group of nodes. Which is why, like, this works, but this is basically doing the more or less exact same thing as I was doing before, with a little bit of extra typecasting. That still doesn't solve the why this isn't functioning the way it should be functioning. Got my inflation, but I never ran into that problem. Yeah, no, you got me. That wouldn't work. Actually, that would work, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'll do that in a minute. Sure. This. Or this. Okay, so item position. That's this, yeah. The only issue with this is if you remove position, you can't use distance too, because that's vector specific, and no 2Ds don't allow that for some dumb reason, so you need to use position. But assuming you're about to mention something about that, please. Okay, should be on line 62. We're working down the line. We need to change item dot position, which is this. This is line 62, item dot position, working down the line. So, what would you like me to do with this? Position is local space. It's far less complex to work with in global space. Yeah, that's... Unless you would like me to change this part. Because that is what you originally wrote, but... I guess I could just get the position of this, maybe? No, not really. Nope. Downside of using this as a vector, as a resource, change the whole thing. Change the whole thing. Okay. Sure. Shoot. No. Oh, wait, I know what's happening. Is that why? No. Yeah, YouTube's not... YouTube's removing that. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, my chat is screwed. That is, yeah. Distance flow, item dot global position dot distance to player dot global position. Ah, okay. Sure. This returns the global position of the actual player, by the way. I just make that very clear and then gratifies it for me. What? What? No. No. Why am I doing a null check? Because the closest item is going to be set to null anyway. It just needs to grab an item at the moment. It's just going, hey, if there is no item, this is the current closest item, and then going from there. How's syntax off? I suppose that's a good point. That is true. Sure. See, this is where like my brain is sitting there going, there is a reason why that was here on this. And I can't remember why now. God, I love rebuilding things in a different language. Oh, that is true. But 57 is what we're actually checking if it's null. That's what we're checking, the null. If this is equal to null, we need to just apply that to an item anyway. Okay. Fair. 61. Does this have is valid? Item. Am I being dumb? But oh my god. Is instance valid? Uh, okay. Inside or outside the for loop? Instead of closest item here. Dot position is global position. Right here. Okay. Oh. Same thing. Let me try something dumb. Why did my screen just flicker? Where is this? I remember how I fixed this before now. That is immediately breaking because, yeah, I thought so. Grand. There. Sure. We are here. Do a check on the item for print debug item subname on it. Sure. Inside outside for loop. That's not how you spell print. Yeah, it's getting all 3 items. And we got 1, 2, yep, it's getting all 3 items. Written their global positions, sure. Brain, where is it here? Get parent position. See, that is originally what I was expecting. Because of this. But removing that is a pain. I wonder, actually, could I, instead of doing get parent global position, let me try something dumb. This is what I did originally, way back when, and it kind of worked. Yeah, there we go. Positional check. And that should work with both. Yep. Right, he's gonna build solutions. That is fair, yeah. Yeah, I'm just somebody who likes to reinvent the wheel a lot. It makes for better learning if you can actually figure out how it functions. Yep. That is now pathing correctly. Thank you. Either way, we simplify that code a lot. Yeah, that is true. Simplification is good. To be honest with you, what I'm doing right now is rough passes, where I'm more or less just trying to quickly prototype this and figure out if it's a fun concept. And if it is, then I will be more or less just restarting the project and rebuilding it from ground up with a lot more like forethought and planning. But not all good. Good news is it's still all I gotta do here is just pass through whichever group I actually want to pass through, and it will now go and grab the closest item of any kind, depending on what's in what group, which is nice. So you had a hard time finding the problems. Simplifying the code typically helps. It does, yeah. No, it does. It does. This is the thing that really confused me when I was doing it with this. Oh wait. Am I being dumb? No, this still works the same way. Like, this code works the exact same way as the old script on GD was actually doing. Now, the difference was it was actually working. And now I don't know why. That's why. That's why. That's why. Same reason. It's because I'm actually using the movement component as a resource, which is what I wanted to kind of test out and figure out instead of a node or a node 2D. Before I was just passing through the global position of just the and this is why reworking things mid-script is a bad idea. Yeah, no, yeah. That's my bad thing. Now what am I doing? Because I forgot. Got to get closest item, which I can actually go and tick off, even though that's going to need to be reworked a little bit. Actually get that into a stat manager at some point, probably, so it's not just, hey, when I click a button, do it. Next thing is Eagle's bug squash, hopefully permanently. Yeah, that's the hope. Now I don't actually know what I'm doing. Eventuality of this script is to actually take spawn item and get closest item from this, basically just rip it out, because this is supposed to specifically be spawning in and handling world objects, and I want another component node script basically to just handle the retrieval and managing of all of the items, because I don't like having everything all just clustered into this one script here. This should be handling spawning of bushes, trees, rocks, etc. Whereas this should be handling like items, like actual food items and things like that. But that is for future me to deal with. Now I need to figure out what I'm actually doing next. Timescale is already somewhat handled. Extra generation things, that's gonna be a long thing to do. Neighbor storage, mountain tiles. Yeah, I think I have actually done the little thing that I wanted to do today on stream, which is just this, because this changes a lot about how I'm going to be doing things. So, Art, thank you. Thank you for your assistance. I really appreciated it. Now I think I just want food. Talking about all of the food items consistently has made me hungry. So I think that's actually probably gonna be. Really, is that it? Yeah, I do. I think it is. I'm starting to get hungry. Hungry me gets grumpy very quickly. That can get removed from now as well. Ah. You need to work harder. Food is for the weak. Hey, no, I do that with sleep all the time. I think I sleep about 4 to 5 hours a day, and most of the other time is just programming or working on a different project or learning something new. I already do a lot. Yeah, I think that is going to be me done. I think I'm going to get food. That's the game dev until you forget what grass feels like. I forgot that one a long time ago. I forgot that long time ago. Yeah, I guess thanks everybody for joining and watching Food Time. Please enjoy your days. We'll be back tomorrow, same time as usual. Pretty much just going to keep this up until like stop or have finished the project. One of the two. Yeah, you take care too, and everybody else take care. Enjoy your days, and yeah, peace.